I'm Sandra Rupp. Welcome to the happiest, healthiest city in the USA. No CEO should be telling anyone what to believe on politics or on health. And DAVOS CEOs are the biggest threat to American freedom. I want to be very clear. When 100 CEOs get on a conference call on a Saturday, if we don't want to take the vaccine, we are saying no to vaccines. We are saying no to DAVOS CEOs who want to control our elections. We are saying no. We are saying we will not buy your products. I'm Sandra Rupp, and I was placed on the Thinkers 50 radar list for the world's top business thinkers. We're going to get into some really interesting topics today, so please stay tuned. They don't have enough women there. There are a lot of rich CEOs. Many are billionaires making a lot more money. They've failed at inclusive economic growth, and now they're trying to fool everyone into this whole vaccine passport, which is really not even about the vaccine anyway. It's about controlling you. And for all CEOs and boards out there, you are all replaceable. Because a lot of these men and chairmen and billionaires are misguided, they're dangerous. They have Me Too incidents, they've flown on Epstein's jet. The mask mandate expired yesterday, and I went in with no mask, and I bought my caffeine-free Diet Coke by Publix. So I want to just mention that to the CEOs of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, because the CEO of Coca-Cola got into some deep water the other day in that he's British and he was trying to tell Americans how to vote and what to do in Georgia. He went right there on CNBC. He was actually going against what Americans want. You know, over 70% of minorities want voter ID, okay? And he was speaking out against voter ID. So it made him look really bad. I mean, he has a lack of integrity, and he has a very European board, which leads me to the fact that there are a lot of bad decisions being made at Davos, which is the World Economic Forum. I've followed the conference for over a decade now. And I mentioned that the CEO of Pepsi Cola also got into deep water the other day, on a Saturday actually, because there were 100 CEOs on a Zoom call, shockingly enough. And it was spearheaded by a woman, Linda Rothschild, who attends Bilderberg. In fact, she met her husband at Bilderberg. She's not the first wife. Her husband is much older than her. She was a supporter of Hillary Clinton. She's on the board of Estee Lauder. She got Melody Hobson, who also attends Bilderberg, who's the wife of a prominent California director, to be on the call with her as well. I don't think you should be following what people like George Soros and Paul Pullman and Ajay Banga tell you to do. I've spent a lot of time around Paul Pullman. I can tell you all about him. And he confided in me he's a communist. So I would be happy to tell you a lot more. I've been around enough of them to know Bill Gates does not have a medical degree. He was smiling when he talked about COVID breaking out and how much damage it was going to do to the U.S. economy. Everyone needs to wake up to his medical issues, and also to not listen to everything that left-wing Davos CEOs say to you. So I hope to get you thinking today on some pretty important topics. I know a lot of people who have gotten the vaccine, but they don't believe in the vaccine passport. If you fall into a high-risk group, then, being older or having a respiratory issue, these are reasons why you would want to be more serious about getting the vaccine. So I am only here to talk about it from a business standpoint, and my concern really is more about the vaccine passport. So one of my viewers had asked me to describe this problem with the vaccine passport in more detail. So it will basically infringe upon freedom and individual liberties. I am very concerned about this Chinese communist model. It tracks everywhere you go, what you say and do. It tracks your health records. There are privacy issues here. The biggest concern I have is actually with the banks, because I believe that they want to turn this into a digital currency whereby they will actually have control of your money. I personally do not want to see cash eliminated. I've always had the theory, like Oprah Winfrey said, keep $1 million under your mattress. Not literally, but the idea of being able to have cash is very important to me. I don't want some banker controlling a lot of my money. It's very important that there are other places to put your money, whether it be in stocks or gold or, whatever you choose to put it in. You don't want all of your money in one place. Keeping a record of what people say on social media and tying that into their credit score. And then, you're not having objective people determine this information. So I have seen some of these sites where if they don't like your politics, they don't give you a good score, which is ridiculous. It's called communism. And that is the biggest threat with the vaccine passports, is this social credit score whereby they want you to say what they believe on your social media. If you don't say what they believe, then they can influence it through your banking. They can turn off your banking, your digital currency. A handful of people who want to control you at the World Economic Forum. You look at all the money that these companies make on vaccines and you really begin to wonder. CEOs cannot tell you that you need to get a vaccine, okay? In America, you have rights. That is against the law, all right? It really is, your body, your choice, what you do. If you take this vaccine, you are part of the clinical trial. The people who are not taking the vaccine are the people that they're going to compare against. So they need some people to take it and they need some people not to take it. To achieve herd immunity, I think that they want to get about 70% of the population to take it. So that's their goal. I think that it is something that is an individual decision, but I do like to look out for sensitive people because I am one of them. Vaccine pharmaceutical companies don't have any liability on the shot. It truly is an experimental gene therapy. In one of the cases, they've never had a vaccine before. That's Moderna. In the case of Pfizer and J&J, they have had vaccines, but they have a friend I just talked to today who said his doctor advised him not to get the vaccine. So the survival rate and the fact that he was, in his 50s and in good health and didn't have any of the risk factors. So the good news is that it has a 99.7 or 8 or 9% survival rate. One of my male viewers, he actually is concerned about being around people who have been vaccinated. We need to accept everyone's choice. Denmark has decided not to use it anymore. The AstraZeneca vaccine. Why are you giving the same dosage of a vaccine to a 300-pound man that you're giving to a 99-pound woman? A woman actually fainted on stage as her colleague was announcing that they're discontinuing the vaccination. You can only imagine why this happened. I think the quote of the day, be wary of taking health advice from people who believe the world is overpopulated. This one's from Emma Woodhouse. She says, not when Fauci says, not when your governor says, not when the CDC says, not when your school board says. This ends when we the people say it's ending. If any CEO goes too far, please call me for executive coaching. They have some very dangerous ideas. I call it sameness thinking. And as a divergent thinker, I can tell you that we've got to get on top of this, and we have to replace all of these retired CEOs and chair people with women and conservatives, people that recycle, people that live their lives in positive energy ways, people that have integrity. And that's what freedom is really all about. I lived in New York for over 18 years and was both an executive search and executive coaching. I still do executive coaching now from sunny Florida. And Florida is really becoming the center of the world, both in media as well as freedom, politics. There's so many people moving here from up north and around the globe. So please do stay tuned, and I hope this session has been helpful for you. So I would love to help in other ways, and let me know what we can do. Let's work together to create a bright future. I'm Sandra Rupp. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all. If you'd like me to speak at a conference or via Zoom call, please let me know. You can contact me at parthenonadvisors.com. Thanks for watching.